Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 5 of this email marketing series. In this video, I'm going to be going over your welcome flow, how many emails ideally it should be, how to figure this out based on your average order value, etc. And then I'm going to actually break down individually what each email should entail, or at least what we do. Now, again, these are going to be specific to your brand. This won't work for everybody, but again, the goal for me with these videos is to make it as simple as possible so that somebody starting for the first time or somebody who's maybe been doing email marketing for a little while will still get some value from it. I'm Jake, the co-founder of On Brand Emails, an email marketing agency. We've been going now for 2 years. We've helped over 100 D2C brands across Europe, US, you name it, generate over $45 million plus from email marketing. So I like to think I have a little bit of knowledge. It did take 2 years for me to actually be confident enough to start shooting and kind of sharing some of this knowledge, but it's not going to be anything too fancy. I'm just going to go through the doc that I've written and explain it bit by bit. So you can see here in the heading, we usually do 7 to 10 emails for a welcome flow. This might sound like a lot. There's a lot of stuff out there that says, do 3, do 4. It does heavily depend on your brand. So for high AOV products, brands that sell beds, couches, high-end jewelry, naturally they need more nurturing, these customers. It's a higher price, which means it's going to have more consideration time. So yeah, people need more information in the decision process. 10 emails makes a lot more sense for a product like this. A lower average order value product, like for example, supplements, $30, $40, whatever, even $100, it's quicker. It's more of an impulse decision. 6, 7 emails is usually good enough here. So yeah, the simple logic is more consideration equals more emails. It's pretty straightforward. Now, the structure. So emails 1 to 3 are your introduction, your immediate value, and your soft offer. So email 1, you want to thank them for signing up. You want to set the expectations, what they're going to get from you. More importantly, the most important thing, you need to deliver your welcome flow offer. If there is one, 9 times out of 10, there will be. So your welcome flow offer is going to be whatever you offer them on the pop-up to actually get their information. 90% of the people who opted in will just have done it for that specific reason. So it's important to give them the discount code or whatever it is straight away. Email 2, you want to give them immediate value, maybe education, how to, social proof. Maybe if you sell a bed and mattress, you can have social proof of why they're so good, or education on your supplements, like what they solve, etc., how long it might take, how you should take them, and that kind of thing. Email 3 is going to be a product or bestseller spotlight. Here's what we're about. Here's what people love, similar kind of stuff. So email 4 is deeper education. And by this point, if somebody hasn't purchased, but they're still opening your welcome flow emails, they are very interested. They're a high intent potential customer, but they likely need a deeper education. So how to use the products, why they work, and you just dive a little bit deeper into that. Email 5, more social proof. You can even link your UGC videos, some of your organic content, drive them onto that platform. This will all help in building trust with the potential customer. And then, show them that other people love your products. More reviews, more everything like that. They're going to love it. So email 6 is objection handling. This one's really important, especially if you have a higher average order value. If you sell a higher ticket product, people are going to want to know about your shipping, returns, quality, FAQs. The best example I would use is if you're buying a car, you're going to want to test drive it, speak to people about the car, your mechanic, so many different things. Whereas if it's just, a chocolate bar, you just buy it instantly. Answer the questions that could be holding them back. 7 to 10. 7 is just a different product angle. Maybe they just didn't resonate with the first one or your bestseller for whatever reason. There will be a group of people that won't. So maybe try a different angle. Again, it's important to remember, by the time you get to 7, 8, 9, 10, these are the stragglers of the group. Majority of the people who entered your email list will have purchased already. So you can get a little bit more niche with the last few emails to kind of capture the last audience. So number 8, more social proof. You can't go wrong. Email 9, you can do urgency or scarcity. You can even up your offer. So if your welcome flow offer was 10%, you could offer the people that have gotten this far maybe 15. The same with email 10. Final nudge, we'd love you as a customer, but again, you could just up the incentive a little bit more. So the timing strategy, the first email is immediate, and then they pretty much come one day after the other. Apart from maybe 2 or 3 of them, you can kind of leave 2 days in between some, but more than likely, you want to be fast with this. Every day since they've been on your website, their intent is just a little bit lower. So the faster you can be, the better, without being, too bombarding. Okay, so when to start with 3 emails in your welcome flow versus going straight to 7 to 10. My take on this is just, why wait? You might as well start as you mean to go on. Obviously, if you're just launching your brand, maybe start with 3 and come back to it. I've been in this position before. We had an e-commerce brand a couple of years ago. It's unbelievably difficult to do everything at once. You do need to do it in chunks. So if you do want to start with 2 or 3 emails and eventually spin back and improve it, you should. But again, it should be a priority to build your emails out as soon as you possibly can, because it's such a valuable revenue stream for the e-commerce brand. What makes somebody ready to buy in email 3 versus email 8? This is really important, okay? You need to remember that everybody is different. Even though the product is often the same, people have many different reasons to buy. Okay, your job is to compile all the reasons people buy your product, rank them in order of importance, and then use your welcome flow to attack these points one by one. Okay, so some people buy because of price, some people quality, some because of social proof, and some just don't want to miss out, or they feel like it's the trend or the thing to do. Your welcome flow should cover all of these angles, but it's up to you to decide which order they fall in. These are some of the metrics that matter with your welcome flow, okay? Open rates and click rates are super important, but the main metric is always revenue per recipient, or else placed order rate. These are 2 super important metrics that we use to figure out whether a flow is actually doing well or doing bad. So if your RPR is sitting above average after a full month, you're doing super well. Summary of this is basically 3 emails is fine, 7 to 10 is what actually works. Don't overcomplicate the content. Just make sure you're covering all the reasons someone would want to buy. That is the end of this video. It does, leave it a little bit open-ended because again, it's up to you. It's up to your brand. You need to use this framework, but you need to fit all of the ideas and the reasons why people might purchase your product into your welcome flow. And if your welcome flow ends up being 5 emails, 6 emails, don't worry. Don't make it longer when you don't need to as well. That's another key thing. But in the next video, I'm going to be going over abandoned cart. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and tune in for the next video.